You know, it's a funny old life. I had a woman come in the garden today. No, yesterday, sorry. Not today, because I've been out today. And she came in the garden and she said, I bought a magnolia stellata rosea off of you last year and it's dead. I've got it in the car. So off she trots and gets it and she brings it back in a great big pot. Now before I continue with this story, I ought to tell you, these clay pots have a hole in the bottom and you crock them. You put bits of broken pot or stone in the bottom and then you fill them with compost and you plant things in them. Obvious, isn't it? Plastic pots, you don't need to do that because you've got plenty of holes in the bottom and you really don't need to crock them. Anyway, she brings her magnolia back in. And it was dead. It was just expired. So I knocked it out of the pot, put it in the trailer, looked in there, all the bottom roots were rotten, no holes in the pot. She said, what do I need to put holes in for? I said, well, it's for drainage. She said, what are you going to replace it? I said, I ain't going to replace it. So I didn't, and she weren't very happy. But if you plant a plant in a plastic pot, no matter how big, with no holes in it, it's going to fill up with bloody water, isn't it? Anyway, never mind. I've had a day off today. And I've been off visiting a garden. I went with Anna, who's a gardener I've worked with over the last few years. Better looking than most of them that work at Eggleston, the male variety. So I've gone with her to a local garden at Wallington. And it's certainly worth a look. There you go, you have a look and see. They're bloody daft, some of these women. And the blokes ain't no better, he stood there like a right dick. Have we done now? There are some gates that just beckon you into opening. And this is Wallington Hall, the walled garden. And this is one gate you really would want to go through. Do it with a bit of oil. So this is Wallington, the walled garden. You walk through the woods to get here. It's quite pleasant. And then you get this lovely terraced view. Unlike most terraced views, it slants sideways. It's not strictly on the level from one terrace down to the other, which I just think adds to the fascination of it. Anyway, yeah, kids. We'll have a wander through. What do you think, Annie? It's nice, isn't it?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's lovely the way that it actually slopes in two directions at once, which is why it's not strictly terraced.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll have a wander. So if we get any obsessiveness about apple blossom, there is a lovely tree. That's a Katsura, a very old one. It's a Psittophyllum japonicum magnificum. You can see it's magnificum by the larger leaves. Beautiful thing. That is going to smell wonderful in the autumn, and the colour will be outstanding. This is a geranium phaeum. It's nice to come across little plants. This is geranium phaeum samobor. The phaeums are often known as the mourning widow because of their dark flower. And you don't very often see the Himalayan lily. This is Cardiacrinum giganticum. This is a variety called Yunnanense. Comes from the Yunnan province of China. You can see the dark glossy green leaves. You can wait 7 years for it to flower, and at the end of those 7 years its monocarpic tendency means that the bastard dies. However, very often they put side shoots on, which is just as well really. So we're at the bottom part of the walled garden. having just been having tea and buns. Well, Anna has decided that she likes this. A border of cow parsley.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Does it? Oh. I suppose its common name is Queen Anne's lace. I don't know why it's called Queen Anne's lace, but it is. It has a certain smell to it. And amongst posh gardeners, particularly posh women gardeners, there's a pink form of it. Pimpinella rosea. Almost exactly the same, just pink. Bloody gets everywhere. But that is a really... So I've never seen it grown like that. It's quite effective, isn't it?
Yeah, I think in a part of the garden where you want complete informality but uniformity, it's...
One of the painters, Victoria Bellis Carter, she's just started putting this in a lot of her paintings.
What was she doing before? She was doing, there was alliums, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was doing a lot of pink before.
Yeah, there's a lot of alliums.
Having just been talking about the pink form for posh women, Anna has decided that she actually likes this, so she's probably got hidden depth of being a poncy female. This is all over the place. Now, I do know what it is, not because of any great knowledge, but because one of the gardeners has written it down for me. It's a Smyrnium, which sounds horrible. But this is the Pimpinella, the pink Queen Anne's lace, the pink cow parsley. So you might want some in your garden, just to show your social status is improving. But don't buy it from me because you won't get it. So I'm an inverted snob. Yeah. Should we go up there and then back round?
Yeah.
There's a lot of old people visit these gardens, isn't there? Do you think it's saying something about us?
Who was it said to me that gardens nowadays people aren't coming into gardening because gardens don't come with houses. You get a patio basically,
Right.
with a new modern house, and that's it. You don't get anything that you can do anything with.
I am embarrassed to say I don't know what this is. It must be old age. I'm going to have to find out and put a caption on the video.
Just the colours are just so nicely put together, you know.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Do you live around here or do you just...
Yes, well, we live just near the airport.
So this is your sort of local home?
We come and have a lovely walk, often, you know, 2 or 3 times a week and whatever we go.
Really? Not often?
You're from?
We're from Eggleston. Well, Malcolm lives at Barningham and I live at Eggleston.
We've done videos on skunk cabbage before. But you've got... And I can be a bit sniffy about Alchemilla. But Alchemilla here, along this little stream, is just lovely. You've got Brunnera, Alchemilla, there's a Veratron in there, and a Lysochiton. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I like it here because wherever you look, there's a little view.
Yeah.
And there's a nice little bit of... It's just atmosphere, isn't it? You can't package that.
Yep. That's what you've got.
I was talking about how nice it is to have the sound of water in a garden. I know it's quite a normal thing to say, but along this stream is a beautiful Euphorbia griffithii. Now, I was never keen on Christopher Lloyd's choice of colours. He liked hot colours, but this is Christopher Lloyd's Euphorbia griffithii Dixter. It's much shorter than the Fireglow. It has a darker leaf, and the flower is a darker purple. It can be hard to establish, but looking at it here at Wallington, It looks absolutely brilliant. Marvellous. Whoops, I got that whole bit in.
Other people that I garden for, so you can have that if you want it or whatever. And
So you've built up a collection?
yeah, of different things, and then I've bought a lot from yourselves. So
But that's the good thing about gardeners. You find gardeners are usually quite generous with plants.
definitely.
Well,
And I
proper gardener.
bought quite a few from my old garden, but they've been sat in pots for about 3 years because nothing happened as soon as
yeah.
I expected it to.
I have just had a novel experience of spending 5 minutes looking for a chain. This is a woo-woo-loo. A woo-woo-loo. Have a look at this. It's a composter. There's no point looking for a chain because there isn't one. Marvellous. Toilet paper, pee and poo are the only thing shoved down this loo. Oh.
I'm not sure whether that's something to do with the loo or whether that's something to do with the biomass boiler.
I would hope it's something to do with a loo, because I don't know.
Looks like it sits onto the back of the loo, doesn't it?
Because, like, you know,
Doesn't look like a chimney for a biomass boiler. I think it's plastic.
it would need venting out, wouldn't it, in case somebody's got
it's
some
definitely
troubles.
plastic. That's definitely the loo.
No, when I was
That's
a
the biomass
boy,
boiler they've got.
well, it was quite a long time ago, we used to have to scrape these, because we lived in a limey area on the South Downs. In Sussex, it was limey water, lime everywhere, and they used to get this lime scale. You can see there's a little bit on there already, lime scale. But the old bastard head gardener, he used to make you wash them and scrub them, but only in the winter, in a galvanised bath, outside. You had to break the ice first and do it with your bare hands. And then, he used to make us lick the potting shed clean with our tongues. Tell that to the kids and the bastards won't believe you.